Welcome back to Let's Play Deadly Premonition with me, Obscure. We've done the intro now, so now we can actually start the game. We've got the option to load the game, but we'll start a new one. You can only hold one save at a time, so we'll overwrite the save data. Doesn't really matter. And for this Let's Play, we're playing on normal. There are other Let's Plays out there that do it on hard difficulty, but I decided to stick to normal since I play pretty much every game on normal anyway. Tells you there what kind of requirements you'll need to be when you're playing on normal difficulty. It's not that difficult really, as you can imagine. I actually don't think hard difficulty is that much harder anyway. Really the only problem is certain enemies take a few more hits when you're playing on hard, as one might expect. I don't think they actually do more damage or anything like that. As you see, the Joker has made a cameo in this game. Save complete. And we start off the game in a kind of mysterious forest with two angels there that look suspiciously like the twins we saw in the intro video, playing Chinese whispers it seems, and a man who looks quite confused that we haven't seen before. And we're playing as that man. There we go, some control tutorial there. We move with the left stick and run by holding X. And down and X does a quick 180. Pressing start will of course bring us to the menu. You can look at items, look at the map, which we won't be able to do right now. Look at trading cards. There's 64 trading cards to collect throughout the game. This will be a 100% run through, so I'll be trying to collect all, hopefully all 64 cards. Quickly go to the options and invert all, I guess. And we'll save the settings. Other than actually invert anything, but alright. I'm not actually sure, I've probably inverted it in my programs. We don't go back to the title. Anyway, that will do. We'll talk to these boys.
Could you wait just a little longer? This won't take long.
So the twin angels want us to wait for them to continue their discussion, and we see we've got an item to take there. This is Francis York Morgan, should I say? I'll just say this trading card to the collection, and we'll pick it up. Apparently it's a trading card, and it's clearly of us, Francis York Morgan, and we get a bonus for collecting trading cards. As I said, we'd be trying to collect all 64 throughout the game. Have a tutorial there to how to interact with things, and we'll look at the TV, a white screen. For some reason that's shocking and somehow relevant to our case, but I don't really see it. A strange clock is ticking. A strange clock is ticking away, though the room itself makes you feel as if time has stopped. And as you may note, the time is ticking backwards, and at quite a rapid pace really. And the last thing you have to look at is these figurines on the table here with a map of the United States. We'll take a look at that. A doll shaped like a fat man has a plate on it which reads Washington State. As you see, there's actually about 5 men there, so I don't know why he's looking at Washington State particularly, but
Sorry to keep you waiting. It will start
apparently
soon.
it's ready to start. And let's play the game.
It's about time to get started.
Hopefully I understood what was going on there. I sure as hell didn't.
Zach. Zach. Can you hear me? It's me.
So York's wanting to talk to us, so
If you
It
can...
was clearly the guy we're playing, so I don't know who Zach is, but, well, we'll just let him talk to himself, I guess, or maybe he's talking to somebody with him, I don't know.
What's the matter? Zach? Can you hear me?
Apparently Zach can't hear him.
If you can hear me, say so. Zach.
And this time we'll answer.
Good. I thought you went to sleep. Zach, don't be surprised. The crime took place out in the country this time.
So apparently Francis York Morgan has been sent, or you can imagine he's been sent to investigate this murder that you saw during the opening cutscene. He mentions the crime taking place around the country and they need to take it slow. So
Sure, that's one way of looking at it.
there we go.
It's totally wrong.
And there he is, Francis York Morgan. He's an FBI special agent, so obviously he has been sent out to solve this mess. Smoking while talking on his cell phone while driving fast
Listen,
in the rain,
they
probably not
both
the best idea.
need each other. It's called interdependence,
And
they both know it.
we're using a laptop as well. Not really the
Yeah,
best
I know.
way to
He
set
does terrible things to Tom.
role model, but
Nasty, even sadistic things. But that's fine, as long as that's what Tom wants.
and some red scenes which
It's actions. He's always asking for it.
seem
It's part
to be
of his
suspicious
job
as the camera
to
focused on
fulfill
him for the longest amount of
and
time.
Jerry knows that. Proof? Well, in the Tom
That's
and Jerry
right, he's talking
show,
about
they
Tom
live
and
with
Jerry.
each other. Hello? Hello?
Well, that's alright, he's not talking on his cell phone anymore, so he shouldn't be too distracted while he drives.
I can't believe the Bureau still can't get
Maybe
me a
it's just not a
satellite
very good phone, but he's lost internet connection as well, so... As I said, the seeds seem to be suspicious,
Go to
so
another town and
he's got a strong interest in him. Maybe he should be looking while he's driving
be a
now.
happy camper. Even if it ends up being a waste of time, at the very least it'll get me out of the cramped city for a while. Right, Zach? The perpetrator from the last case really was something. Who'd have thought there'd be razors laced into her nails? Crazy. Just crazy. At least I now have a scar to show off.
So that explains how he gets the scar on his cheek.
See this? I got this when I arrested the Catwoman wannabe.
Or maybe the one on his eyebrow.
You're crazy. Don't you agree, Zach?
Looks like he needs to top up his zipper there. But maybe, again, he should be looking while he's driving. Oh, Jesus. What did I tell you, Francis York Morgan? Watch where you're driving. He's doing alright now, though. Imagining not hurt anything like this. And you did just hear that, right? There was monkey sound effects for squirrels there. As I said, sweary games tend to be unique, to say the least. So, without a car, looks like we'll be walking our way to the country, or walking our way to wherever this case we're heading to is. And unfortunately, without our laptop or our cell phone, it seems. But this time our lighter seems to work, so that's handy. He seems proud of it.
Zach, there goes the civilized world.
And here we are back into the driver's seat of the game, so to speak. Kind of tutorial there of the weapons. And saving content yet again. And we'll turn our flashlight on. I'll look at fixing the inverted controls for the next game. I don't really want to mess around with it too much now. We'll pick up the steel pipe. One thing worth noting, I guess, is that the melee weapons are a lot stronger than the long-range weapons, like the pistol. The pistol does have unlimited ammo, so we can use it as much as we want. But its melee weapons are a lot stronger. However, the melee weapons do have limited use, so you gotta kind of use them sparingly. Toolboxes there, which we use to store weapons or store items, because you can only put a certain amount. So yeah, well, looks like I said we'll be walking our way to the country. And we picked up some agent under there, which apparently is how the FBI saw their income out. Luckily, Sentry knows which way to go, so we'll follow this lady. But first, we'll start profiling. Seems like it's a bit fuzzy at the moment, so
Looks like we're being welcomed.
maybe we'll get a bit
Zach,
more
I'll let you
of a
handle
clear
the read.
image as the game progresses. See what's this way, that's the way we came, so which way do we go? Which way do we go? Well, it appears we can't go that way, so whatever choice do we have but to head on down the long road. So far we've run into nothing attacking us, so that's good at least. Though you might be able to hear a dog barking at a distance, so if you know anything about survival horror games, you most likely have to attack it. There does seem to be a blood trail there, which of course we'll follow. And unfortunately someone seemed to have beaten us to the dog assault. I say unfortunately, but you know what I mean. It's almost typical of survival horror games to have you fight dogs early on, so take a look at the dog. So much for my hopes of a peaceful picnic. Do me a favour and stay sharp, so again he's talking to Zach, who we haven't quite met yet. And we saw a figure walk, so we'll of course do nothing but follow it. They seem to be a friendly type looking person. You know, aside from the bloodstains, they may be injured. We might have to go and help them, so we'll quickly follow them inside. Oh, slash. Seems no one's here, so we're alright for now. But we'll take this can of pickles. Throughout the game, you have to refill York's hunger meter, as well as sleep meter. If York gets too hungry, he starts to lose health. And you have to sleep throughout the game, otherwise you run into other issues, which I'll probably explain later on as the game progresses. Anyway, we'll follow the red sparklies and look at this generator. A control panel for the power grid. This should give us the electricity we need. I'm the expert opinion now. So clearly he's no electrician, but then again you wouldn't expect anyone from the FBI to be. But we'll turn it on. It seems like with power back on, we can now go through the door that was once locked apparently. Not that we ever saw the door, so we're kind of oblivious to it, I guess. So that poor injured person that seemed to make a reappearance. We're going to offer some medical assistance. I mean, FBI should have some medical training, right? Of course, we'll quickly pull our gun out. Two first ask questions later. They seem to be very injured. Their back is all contorted. We got mysterious shadow. Not sure how to shadow exactly, but we'll take your word for it. And now we get the combat tutorial. Equip and dual with right trigger and with the left trigger. And we can lock on with the left trigger. Sorry, you know. Well, you know what I mean, I got it all wrong before, but... And A to attack. You get a bonus for killing enemies, as well as a bonus if your last, your killing shot is a headshot. Pardon me, a little tickle on the throat there. I got a first aid kit, and you probably could figure out what those are used for. And another mysterious shadow to take care of, while we quickly reload our gun. And this is what happens if you get caught by the shadow. Quickly shake it off. Pardon me. But we take care of them relatively easy. As I said, however, it's probably best to stick with melee weapons, so we'll switch to the steel part. But first we'll pick up some agent on him. And we'll make our way for the door that we saw highlighted earlier on. And first we'll resume our profile now that we've seen the mysterious shadow. It seems some of that's been a bit clearer now.
I've been through a lot of crazy situations, but that one takes the cake.
Though the images did fly past pretty quickly, so you may want to slow down the YouTube video somehow and see if you can figure out those images for yourself.
Never mind, don't answer. Life is fun because of the mysteries.
So if you want life to be fun without mysteries, you might want to follow his advice. Or answer the phone. I should report to headquarters to give them an update. This is how you save games through phones laid out throughout the game. You contact headquarters, give them a report. I'm not sure exactly what he tells them, but that's of course part of the mysteries of life. Anyway, we'll save the game. You also get a bonus for reporting to office each day. Oh, a lollipop. You get a bonus for reporting to the office each day, so we'll be saving our game at least once a day just to pick up that bonus. And oh goody, it seems like power's back off. So we'll have to fix that somehow. And got another mysterious shadow to take care of, but as you see, with a steel pipe it's only one hit and it's taken care of. They do seem to wiggle around on the floor for a while, so it may be a bit confusing to whether they did or not, but you know, get a little sound effect there to let you know. We'll go this way. And we've found Shadow who's got a weapon this time. And he took 2 hits. But luckily for us, he dropped his weapon. We've got another steel pipe, so that will at least help us with our weapons, I guess. And another generator. This generator might give us the power we need. It's a control panel here. And again, we'll turn it on. Simple push of a button, even though it looks like it's a knob there rather than a button. Like you see these notes move. It's just sheer will that's pushing that button, or making it go. These black splotches are spawn points for the enemy. So, in some areas, it's got a certain amount of enemies. In this case, it seems just to be the one. In some cases, it's unlimited spawn point. And if you're wondering what the barrels do, I probably never played a... I see. I probably never played any game before, really. I quickly changed those options because I just realized what happened there. And where are the options? There we go. We want the vertical axis down, and vertical for that. And that seems right for me. Next time I should really read what I'm doing. Anyway, we'll switch back to the steel pipe, since that's what's worked best for us so far. Oh, another shadow. And again, just one shot and it's down. Some agent on it, I forgot. If we break our way through them, which it does take down our steel pipe, I guess health bar a little bit. But that's right, we should be able to make it through the rest of the area. Maybe we're not with the steel pipe attack, but we'll be alright. And drops again. And another first aid kit. Not that we really need it so far. Our health is pretty good. Another thing, before I get too carried away, below the health bar is the stamina bar. It should probably be fine with that at the moment, but it does become more important as the game goes along. That shadow. And that goes our part. Back to the pistol. No, we'll take care of that. Another shadow in the distance, so kill that while we're take a look in this room. Doesn't look like anyone lives here. No reclusive hairy brutes to greet us. A little perhaps subtle nod to Resident Evil 4, which I guess people might compare this to. Generally looks very bad, Zach. I think the killer really had a grudge against it. I'm not sure how exactly he knows the killer was involved here. Even with an axe, maybe it was just the irate lumberjack. But anyway, we've got machine broken by an axe. And we can start profiling once again. If you can't figure that out, each time you get, I guess, a key item or a key piece of evidence, it opens up more images for your profile. So you'll need to pick this up as the game goes along. We've got 3 ones to fill up. We filled up 2, so once we find a third, maybe we'll have more clue on what's going on. And we picked up a fuse box as well. You also notice that we do get a bonus for profiling, but you probably want to do that regardless of bonuses or not. Here's a door we should go through, but it's locked. Age-old shooting game scenario, or any game with a gun scenario. There's a lock. You should be able to take care of it with a carefully placed shot. And yet again, we've got another shadow. But we should be able to take care of it, no problem. And that's that. As I said, the shadows kind of tend to take their time moving out of the way. Out of the case, we'll turn on the generator. And we'll use a fuse box. So this is, what, the 3rd generator we've come across? 4th generator maybe? But power's back on once more. I'm not sure why the killer, so to speak, if it was the killer, or maybe an irate lumberjack, or maybe someone who just doesn't like bright light shining when they're walking throughout the park. I don't know why they didn't target that generator. Burst through the door like a maniac. And some shadows who weren't here before. The auto aim automatically targets for the lower half of their body, but that's usually because you come across unarmed shadows who tend to bend over backwards like that, so in most cases the auto aim is sufficient enough to take care of those nasties. Again for another door, and run straight into a shadow. Oh. Didn't mean to do that. But we shake them off without too much trouble. Health's still alright, but might pay that. No, it's still alright. I should be paying more attention to my ammo supply, but we can do that. In fact, we'll reload now just in case. And as I said, it paid off. We've got another pair of armed shadows. I think this is the first area you come across where there's an unlimited spawn rate of shadows, so kind of don't want to spend too much time here if you can avoid it. We took care of those. We'll pick up the agent honor while we're here. I don't think there's really anything else we need to grab. So, like I said, I think it's an unlimited respawning area, so we'll just quickly dash through this. We'll just leave them behind. Don't need to waste time or ammo on these guys. We do get money for killing them, but throughout the game you don't really get a shortage of income. Yeah, we're fine. I'll reload that 99mm handgun FBI custom, just in case. Oh, quickly evade. Not sure who that is, but it's somebody completely different to the shadows that we've met so far in the game. And quickly dodged his attack and he ran off into the night. So maybe we'll find out who he is later on. Maybe we'll see kind of what role he is in this whole scenario. I'm not really sure yet. But as you see, there seems to be some mysterious red ivy or red vines crawling up all over the place. Almost similar to what we saw earlier on in the game in the room with the angels in it. So maybe there's some significance there. Power finally start once again. This time it seems pretty much all the images are clear. Again, maybe you want to freeze it if you want to spoil anything for yourself. Or if you want the mystery, just keep on watching. The sugar donut does sound good right about now. Oh, we're not even town yet. York.
Do you feel it, Zach? My coffee warned me about it.
Yesterday morning, the milk I poured in my coffee made a sign. It said, "Tomorrow you'll arrive in a place that will change your fate."
Sounds like he's been reading the horoscopes again, but in his coffee. Anyway, it seems the day has dawned. Well, it's cleared up at least a little bit. Maybe the rain's still here and there's a bit of thunder, but otherwise it's cleaned up a bit. Anyway, looks like we have to run the rest of the way into town. With the road to follow at least this time. I'll save the game, and that will be the end of this, or part 2 of Let's Play Deadly Premonition. See you next time for part 3. Bye.